fellas.
Come on, fellas, what? Sam? You know, I'll bet you that you know more about our father than any of us do. And he's our father. For crying out loud.
You have any idea how it feels when strangers know more about your old man than you do?
And they're not strangers. There's guys I fought in a war with.
We're your sons, Dad. We'd sure like to know a lot more about that part of your life.
Well, then let's do it. We'll sit down, we'll talk about it. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Oh, I'd love that.
Good. So would I.
Did you think I was just gonna walk in here, hold hands, and have a prayer with your pastor? Was that the plan?
Lucas, sit down.
Or what, Dad? You gonna send me to my room?
You're upsetting your mother and everyone here at the table.
I freaking care. These people invite me in, sit me across the table from that joke. What are any of you thinking? These bunch of holier-than-thou Jesus freaks think they have all the answers.
Lucas Green, that's enough!
No, Dad! It's not enough. Chase was enough.
Before I went, I was a happy-go-lucky teenager, you know, just like any teenager, right? I came home looking like a teenager, but acting like a 40-year-old man.
Most of us were aware you could lose an arm, you could lose a leg, you might even get killed. But nobody told us we could lose our soul. Nobody mentioned that. Nobody said a word about that.
War is hell. I don't care what anybody says. It will mess you up mentally.
King Solomon, your evening meal.
Eli, what is this dish?
Oh, Your Majesty, this is a dish the locals call, how do they say, crayfish etouffee.
Crayfish? Well, this doesn't look like fish. And why are you dressed this way?
Your Majesty, you remember, we've traveled a long ways, and the culture and the dress here, it's much different than we're accustomed to.
102, a bistro. A chic local eatery in historic downtown Reston. 102 offers something for everyone. From our delicious salads and burgers, to our fresh seafood and steaks. From ordinary to extraordinary. Discover lunch at 102, a bistro. We cater to you.
The American flag has always meant a lot to me. I guess it goes back to the fact that my father served in World War II. All my uncles that I knew, in World War II, everybody went. And they went for the duration. They didn't go for 1 year. They went for as long as it was going to take.
We would all proudly serve again today if asked. No questions asked.
After I got out of service.
Let me see. Oh my gosh, too much information.
Don't freak out. It's all good. Can you dig it? I got this.
And I ended up getting like 2 years and 6 months in the LTI.
I turned my life over to the wrong crowds and trusting the wrong people, and it was more like the things that I did, like more of like survival mode.
And when I did that, it was like, I fear no more.
Man, not having a father, it was always, you know, it's gonna always be a dramatic thing because you don't have that father figure to look up to.
My mama had boyfriends, live-in boyfriends sometimes. She got remarried later on, but it really wasn't the same because that wasn't my dad.
I was the apple of my father's eye. When I followed him in service, I know he beamed with pride.
I don't feel like the Bible is a bunch of do's and don'ts, but I feel like it's boundaries for our good, and we can have the most ultimate freedom, peace, and joy within those boundaries. And so I really want to kind of encourage people to live God's way for that reason. You don't have to worry about explaining to your future husband or wife what you did with someone else before you were married. You don't have to explain to your future kids what you did with someone other than their, mom or their dad. So it's the guilt-free way to live.